the most extreme locations on Earth. There are places on Earth where survival begins to fail. Mountains rise beyond the clouds, deserts erase every trace of life, and vast bodies of water stretch to the horizon without offering a single drinkable drop. In these extreme landscapes, every breath, every step, and every decision becomes a test. Nature does not adapt to humanity. Humanity must adapt or disappear. Welcome to the most unforgiving places on Earth. Taklamakan Desert, China. Taklamakan Desert lies in the Tarim Basin, China, a vast and extremely dry sand desert preserving eternal, primitive silence. The name of this land means enter and never return, reflecting its wild nature as trails quickly disappear beneath shifting sand. The desert is so immense that if all its dunes were stacked together, their height would far surpass mighty Everest. Small rest stops, scattered around the desert rim, are lonely homes, completely separated from every connection with modern society. The desert's geological structure moves constantly, making routes through this land fragile before the continuous changes of the dunes. Beneath thick sand accumulated over millions of years, valuable historical ruins still remain, telling stories of civilizations lost within the desert. Pamir Mountains, Tajikistan. The Pamir Mountains in Tajikistan are a rugged, high-altitude region with thin air, preserving the eternity of sedimentary rocks formed millions of years ago. This mountain system is called the Roof of the World, gathering towering summits that rise powerfully across the heart of the vast Asian region. Peaks in this area rise above 22,965 feet, creating a skyline that challenges every explorer. Who arrives here? A highway running through the mountains stretches for hundreds of miles, serving as a vital lifeline, connecting remote lands with the modern outside world. Natural lakes rest quietly between sheer cliffs, reflecting the clear sky and creating a magnificent landscape that few other places on Earth can equal. Tibetan Plateau, China. The Tibetan Plateau in southwestern China is the world's largest and highest plateau, where the sky seems to descend until it touches the earth itself. Ancient monasteries built firmly on steep cliffs have become quiet shelters, completely separated from the rhythm of humanity and the noise of modern life. The average elevation of this entire region is about 10 times the height of the Empire State Building, creating a vast space that challenges survival. Bright prayer flags flutter across desolate mountain passes, marking the fragile presence of human life amid a boundless land that seems to have no limits. The immense freshwater reserves stored here as ice and snow provide life to many great rivers flowing across the entire continent far below. The lives of local people are closely tied to animals that can endure the severe climate, creating a resilient community within this immense landscape. Each towering stone monastery here carries enduring faith, existing like a lonely home amid magnificent nature that stretches endlessly beyond every horizon around it. Makalu. Makalu, the mysterious black destroyer, is the fifth highest mountain in the world, with a sharp, four-sided pyramid shape that challenges every limit of human courage. It is not a resting place for ordinary tourists, as this mountain, on the border between Nepal and Tibet, rises like a lonely fortress, ready to swallow anyone who dares to challenge it. Its name comes from the god of destruction, a title worthy of its vertical cliffs and breathlessly dangerous trails around the mountain slopes. What makes Makalu especially dangerous is its brutal geometric form, forcing climbers to hold onto steep faces with deep abysses surrounding both sides. Hindu Kush Mountains. The Hindu Kush Mountains stretch across Afghanistan and Pakistan as a chain of high, rugged, isolated passes, forming a stone wall that cuts across history. Precarious trails formed thousands of years ago still serve as the only lifeline connecting communities that continue living within these remote mountain regions. Local houses cling tightly to steep mountain slopes, existing like tiny bird nests within the immense space created by towering walls of rock. This immense mountain system extends about 497 miles, serving as a natural fortress that separates some of the world's great civilizations. The permanent glacier systems gathered here store enormous volumes of water, proving the overwhelming majesty of nature against every human attempt at conquest. Many peaks rise above 22,965 feet, creating a harsh geographic barrier that makes every journey across this region exhausting. Erta. Mysterious and cruel, Erta dominates the dead zone with one of the planet's oldest permanent lava lakes featuring ribbons of fire that continuously cut across the dark magma surface. Surrounding this deadly volcanic crater is a series of cooled lava fields, hardened into countless twisted and strange shapes, making the terrain extremely rugged and difficult to cross. Stretching endlessly from the base of the mountain is a barren stone desert, completely devoid of fresh water. A vast grey wasteland where not a single tree can survive. To experience an intense sense of survival, adventurous travelers often sleep directly on the hot volcanic rock surface and are forced to wear gas masks throughout the night. Pungent sulfur gas can suddenly drift into the sleeping area at any moment, creating a serious threat to the respiratory system of anyone who dares to challenge the power beneath the earth. Laguna Colorado. Laguna Colorado is not only a bizarre natural wonder with a lake surface blending blood-red hues and bright white mineral salt streaks, but it also conceals one of the most deadly roads in the world. This overland route leading to the Salt Lake cuts through many treacherous dry creek beds, challenging all human survival skills amidst the desolate, windswept highlands. The danger of this isolated land intensifies as international organizations rank it among the places with the lowest population density and technical support on the planet. Any carelessness on those wild trails around the lake can push inexperienced travelers into a suffocating boundary between life and death. In exchange for those perils, visitors will witness the magnificent dance of tens of thousands of rare James flamingos residing in their largest breeding sanctuary. That scenery becomes even more surreal as giant borax islands rise like snow, white patches, contrasting completely with the surrounding grey volcanic terrain, known as the Mirror of Heaven. Salar de Uyuni. Salar de Uyuni is the largest salt desert on Earth, covering more than 4,050 square miles with a pure white surface. This remarkable landscape undergoes a dramatic transformation, changing from a dry and cracked plain during the dry season into a vast reflective mirror. When the rainy season arrives, the near-perfect reflection creates extraordinary visual effects that can make navigation and distance perception extremely challenging. Beneath its beautiful surface lie fascinating natural features, including deep sinkholes and one of the world's most valuable lithium reserves. Beyond being a famous route for the Dakar Rally, this place is also connected to the sacred legend of Tonopah and remains one of the most mysterious landscapes in the world. The Namib Desert along Namibia's Atlantic coast is an ancient desert with extreme dryness, preserving a long geological history within its silent sands. Having existed for more than 55 million years, this land has witnessed planetary upheavals as giant dune systems shift endlessly across its surface. Blackened plant skeletons stand for hundreds of years amid golden sand seas, creating an empty space completely separated from modern human rhythms today. Solitude covers the entire vast desert, where every footprint left by a traveler becomes the only accent on the sand beneath the sky. Endemic creatures here have evolved to draw water from fog, proving resilient adaptation in a harsh environment almost completely without water. Sand layers hundreds of feet thick contain stone grains eroded over millions of years, creating a geological entity beyond ordinary time. Mount Fitz Roy. Mount Fitz Roy lies on the border between Argentina and Chile, where unstable weather and difficult climbing challenge every professional explorer who arrives here. The mountain rises about 11,170 feet, with vertical granite walls, creating a jagged and extremely sharp terrain structure. Millions of years of rock formation created its distinctive sawtooth shape, turning the mountain into a symbol of nature's eternal power. Deep lakes hidden beneath the mountain hold beautiful emerald water, helping create a silent ecosystem filled with mystery. Every granite wall carries the names of Earth's greatest climbers, making this place a sanctuary of courage and enduring will. Its isolated terrain structure creates a unique microclimate, making the surrounding space completely different from neighboring territories outside. The mountain stands firm through time like a great stone wall, separating the human world from the trivial things of modern life below. Trolltunga, Norway. Trolltunga, known as the Trolltung, hangs dramatically above a vast abyss where the final steps of a demanding hike led visitors to a place that feels suspended between freedom and the edge of the wilderness. The long trek across rugged mountain terrain is more than a physical test, becoming a journey of overcoming fear to reach a viewpoint where the landscape beneath appears astonishingly small. Rising about 3,600 feet above sea level, this remarkable granite formation stands as a challenge from nature, confronting travelers with immense skies and breathtaking drops below. Standing on the narrow rock ledge, extending into open space, visitors can look over Ringardal's Vatnet and experience the haunting silence that defines the mountains of Norway. Mount Roraima, Venezuela. Mount Roraima in Venezuela is the world's ancient giant tabletop mountain where towering vertical cliffs rise like a lonely fortress in a vast sea of clouds. Known as an island in the sky, this flat summit is a strange stone maze with deep pits and an isolated ecosystem that has existed for millions of years. Constant tropical rains turn the mountain surface into a dangerous wetland where travelers can easily lose their way in thick mist that hides every path. The climb up this mountain is a severe test of endurance as climbers cross slippery moss-covered cliffs and waterfalls crashing down like storms. The mysterious beauty of strange plants growing on sharp, rocky ground creates an alien world, hiding traps in deep, bottomless cracks. Standing on this lonely summit, people feel painfully small before the harsh laws of nature, where time seems to stop in the dangerous sky. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. Mount Kilimanjaro is located in northern Tanzania, a high volcanic mountain isolated above the African plains, preserving eternity in the heart of Africa. This giant massif rises about 19,340 feet and covers about 1,540 square miles, like several small countries. The summit journey demands the endurance of a professional athlete, lasting 6 continuous days through 5 different climate zones. Strange plants, about 10 feet tall, grow on the higher slopes, appearing like creatures from another planet standing guard. Climbing this mountain is seen as the most democratic achievement, allowing anyone with determination to reach lasting glory. The thick ice layers on the summit store living evidence of global climate change across tens of thousands of years. This mountain stands completely apart among vast plains, becoming a symbol of resilience in a wide land filled with sun and wind. Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca is the highest navigable commercial body of water in the world, an extreme location with a beautiful sapphire blue color that conceals a brutal survival trap. From afar, the lake surface is as flat as a giant mirror reflecting the sky, making the boundary between water and sky completely disappear. The collision between the cold air masses from the Andes peaks and the water vapor rising from the lake surface creates severe thunderstorms, turning this place into a dense electric minefield. More dangerously, the combination of melting ice and heavy rain destabilizes the surrounding cliffs, easily triggering massive landslides and mudslides that pour straight down into the lake. Stretching along the lake shore are giant totara reed forests with thick root systems intertwined many feet deep underwater, ready to entangle and trap anyone who accidentally falls in. Great Rift Valley. The massive geological system of the Great Rift Valley appears from space like a devastating gash on the planet's surface, marking the beginning of an extreme land filled with danger. The sunken structure transforms this area into a suffocating closed basin where rivers flow into the earth or evaporate, leaving behind a salt desert that drains life from the landscape. Under the scorching sun, the air humidity can drop to 0%, causing sweat to evaporate almost instantly and turning the vast white salt flats into deadly traps. To survive in this harsh environment, nomadic tribes have developed a remarkable ability to endure dehydration much better than ordinary humans. They stay alive through an extreme tradition of collecting fresh cattle blood with bamboo tubes and mixing it with milk, avoiding the highly alkaline lake water that can be harmful to the body. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia lies about 410 feet below sea level, a lonely land with active volcanoes and endless white salt fields. Bright, neon-cold acid lakes appear scattered across the depression, creating a surreal landscape against the dry, black, and grey rock surface. This land often records extreme temperatures, creating a harsh environment where life can hardly exist in any ordinary way. For many centuries, local people have maintained traditional hand salt mining here, forming square salt blocks amid the empty wilderness. The temporary huts of salt miners are proof of a lonely nomadic lifestyle, completely separated from modern social comforts. The depression's geology is being torn apart by 3 tectonic plates, causing the ground to expand slowly, like human fingernails growing. K2, located on the border between Pakistan and China, is one of the world's most dangerous high mountains, where humans remain temporary visitors. The journey to its base requires endurance across nearly 56 miles of jagged gravel, where no conveniences exist anywhere along the route. Every daily activity at base camp is manually managed under strict rules to protect the pristine environment and avoid harming the surrounding terrain. Climbing this peak is recognized by experts as a far greater achievement than reaching Everest due to its extremely high technical difficulty. K2 has a perfectly balanced pyramid shape, standing completely apart among glaciers and creating a silent symbol of natural authority. The risk rate here is 7 times higher than Everest, turning this place into a true isolated prison for those testing their final limits. Manaslu in Nepal, the mountain of the spirit, rises in the Himalayas like an icy blade, piercing the sky at a haunting height of more than 26,000 feet. This place is not only a challenge for professional climbers, but also a sacred and dangerous land where avalanches can strike at any moment. The isolation of its difficult trekking routes turns the journey into a true gamble with life, where the line between death and survival becomes extremely thin. The sight of vertical cliffs, covered in permanent ice, contrasting with green valleys below, creates a wild and mysterious beauty that few people can reach. After passing roaring winds and severe oxygen shortage in the death zone, climbers must face the frightening silence of one of the harshest high peaks on Earth.